Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
You alright?
We're on. We're live. Totally
Are people
live.
here?
There are 41 people here.
What an atmosphere.
Hello, everybody.
Can I just say, what an atmosphere.
Cheers, everybody.
It's electric in here tonight.
Welcome to our show. We would have been on tour at the moment, I think. I can't remember where we would have been. If you're watching right now, people, it would be very helpful to us if you were to share what you're watching so that you can kind of invite more people. It's always a good idea. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, we're doing this for free because we wanted a bit of a laugh. I've made a slideshow and everything. But if you want to, kind of like, if you want to
help us live.
Help us live. That's it. You can donate money. What we're going to do is I'm going to get to keep it simple. Just send all the money to me, and I promise you I'll square Meg up later.
I know where you live.
The place to send money is here.
Look at that.
I will drop it into the comments as well, and I'll put it up at various times through the show. What I have learned is that if I leave that running the whole time, it drives people absolutely demented. So if I do leave it on, will you do me a favour and send me a comment? Look, hello everyone. That's amazing. People from France, New Zealand.
New Zealand.
People from New Zealand. Sorry, that's probably racist. This is great. Hello, Viv and Jeanette and Eileen and Lynn. Alan. Hello, Megan. Shall I start?
Yeah, I think.
Let me. Next slide, please.
Jason Warner took that photo.
That one. It's a lovely photo. I noticed, actually, I'm wearing the same jacket and probably the same shirt, and my beard is quite a lot more.
Wow, yeah, it's
lockdown.
It's increased, hasn't it?
But one of the stories behind that picture is you'll notice it's very, very thin here, and that's because just the day before the photograph, I'll put my face big on the screen. The day before the photograph, right, I was shaving like this, and Lucy came into the room and I went, "What?" and shaved a big chunk out of my beard. Bald. So I managed to cover it up. You can see it a little bit. Bald. Right.
That was a fun day.
Who was that? Oh, it was a great day. What's the name of that pub again? It was a great bar.
The ISIS.
Yeah, we should.
They do great music nights now. Well, they did for a bit.
Until the world stopped. There's Bob Fass in his radio station in New York. This is a song called Unnameable Radio. Bob Fass saved someone's life live on air. We wrote this song in my kitchen in this flat, right here, and you just come off a flight from London and heard this thing. You listened to it. Did you hear it on the plane? The thing. I
think I'd listened to the podcast. Yeah, maybe. I think it was. It was in This American Life podcast.
Yeah.
And because you can hear the actual footage of the show that we wrote the song about, the specific thing.
The episode, by the way, is called Fass Talker, like as in Bob Fass. So you can find if you go into, and then you can hear the phone call where Bob Fass saves a man's life. He's taken an overdose of pills and he's trying to kill himself, but he wants to do it live on air. And that's kind of what this song is about. I will sing it to you now. Here I am. Right. Rolling rice, red light is on. 10 dial the city is listening. Mention any sign, you gave us a clue. Stop making sense, succumb to your poison. You're not off the hook, we're coming to save you. Michael Valenti is betting his life. He's gambling sedated on 87 keeps stalling. The company's chased it. Empathy specialist microphone weeps. Hello, I love you, and Michael falls asleep. It's not that I don't want to live. The door's closed for sure. Stand up, don't hang up, draw you in to trace you. Tuned in to pass on your last lullaby. Live on the wireless, saying life's overrated. Your radio waving goodbye. Your radio waving goodbye. Your radio waving goodbye.
Whoop.
Very exciting. I've been drinking fizzy water, and fizzy water is not a good choice if you're.
To Belch City over there.
It's just. I'm just be glad that you're not in this room. Hello, Ian, Lister, and Kirsten Roberts, Jonathan Chambers from Winchester. That was a good gig. Remember
With
Winchester?
that dog that I thought was a horse or a cow.
Oh no, that wasn't Winchester. That was over the other side of the hills from you. What's it called?
I
The
thought
cow
that was
dog.
Winchester.
Winchester was the one who were played in
Oh,
the
no.
basement of the pub, remember? And it sounded amazing.
Oh yeah. What was the one with the cow dog?
I can't remember. It really did
Anyway.
look like a cow with the sex dungeon, Jonathan says. And yeah. They were kind of both like that, those gigs. We did a tour of sex dungeons of the UK. I'm just realising you're not on the screen, and I'm sorry. That's very rude of me. There you are. It's your turn.
I
Do you
did
want me
get
to-
pregnant right at the end of that tour, you know.
Wasn't me.
No. So have you got the next slide for
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to see me. I want to see you. There we go. How do I see you? Anyway, there we go.
Look at that. So this is a song about sheep. And politics. And like that's song that Findlay so expertly performed for you just then. It is from the EP that we released last year.
Yeah. Sorry,
I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play this song for Lynn and Tess and Naomi, if that's all right. They're not far from you, Findlay. Okay, here we go. In the middle of March, in a two-kit store, in the summer of spring, when the first lambs are born, some white and staggering, dozy and small, when the two-kit returns, new lambs in the field, spindle and the spool, scour the wild wool, while we're counting sheep. And the shepherd he watches and nurtures until the dippings and clippings are moved from the hill, sold at the market to be bred or be killed. When the Jew kid returns, new lambs in the field, wind the wiry fleece, colored fresh to eat, while we're counting sheep. But our shepherd wanders far from the herd, cares nothing for nurture, only for yield, while predators circle our shepherd asleep. Dogs run among them, scattering sheep. Spindle and the spool scour the wild wool, while we're counting sheep. Wind the wiry fleece, cutlet fresh to eat, while we're counting sheep. The door slams hard and shuts out the storm. The shepherd returns with a lamb in his arms. The forces of nature have forced him to nurture, to be intended, to care for, and be a good farmer. Fluffed up the words 3 times there. Good start. Oh. I can't hear you, Findlay.
That is because I muted myself while you were playing to avoid the sound of my burps interfering with your lovely singing.
Well, I'm glad that you did that.
Yeah, no worries at all. That was quite a decent. I think that was quite a decent shepherd. There's a shepherd with a
That's it.
very.
He looks like.
That's not a lamb though.
No, that's not a lamb. That's although that's danger on his right ear. That is danger area, isn't it?
Where?
His right ear is right in the firing line. If anything should happen.
If anything should happen, he's getting a lug full of poop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is one of our new ones. It's called Shadows on the Wall. This got really complex and deep very quickly, didn't it? It was about the great. We tried to watch The Great Hack. You bottled out of it.
Did I?
Yeah. So
did it start? It made me start thinking too much.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it kind of made me start thinking too much as well. I'll just bring it a wee bit further up on the screen actually so people can see. So, yeah, it's about Cambridge Analytica, and I believe that her story, Carol Cadwalder, that's her at the bottom there, I believe her story has now been kind of shot down in flames, that they didn't use Cambridge Analytica to throw the entire election and all that kind of stuff. So that's what they're saying. However, they were definitely up to some funny business, and that woman on the top right there, Brittany Kaiser, I think her name is, poor Brittany was definitely involved in some crazy bad stuff trying to throw elections. They definitely threw an election in Sri Lanka without a shadow of a doubt, and there was a lot of buying and selling of people's data going on. Anyway, we wrote this song about it called Shadows on the Wall because nobody wants to really leave Facebook. I mean, you're watching it Facebook right now. But the reason Facebook's free is because they buy and sell your data to companies, and then they use that data. Companies use that data for nefarious things. Is that the right word? Aye, nefarious.
Think so, yeah.
Cool. Is there a massive delay on the line, by the way?
No, it keeps going in and out a little bit, but it's not too interfering.
Are you all at home hearing okay?
Yeah, how's the sound?
There's a wee delay for everyone hearing at home. That's the only thing. I will sing the song. I've also put a cap on because the last time I forgot and it got very exciting. In fact, I was practicing it today and I put the cap on the wrong place and it got exciting in the wrong direction. All good. Thank you, Karen, Lynn and Pamela. So if you haven't watched The Great Hack, this is a kind of take on the Great Hack documentary that's on Netflix for free. If you pay for Netflix, it's free. Makes sense, that's it. This is all we've ever known, echoes of the truth. The sanctuary we call our own, to occupy and soothe. Give up all your senses, they'll log all your desires. We're puppets strung defenseless while they're stoking up the fire. Shadows on the wall, outlines and silhouettes, the projections cast before you, familiar marionettes are but shadows on the wall, shadows on the wall. Leave the cave, the bright lights flash, the past you have disowned, the media, the backlash. Step out, you walk alone. Why tempt us crying freedom, you lonely whistleblower? We love our mausoleum, why would we ever go? Shadows on the wall, outlines and silhouettes, the projections cast before you, familiar marionettes are the shadows on the wall, shadows on the wall. Ask how deep their love is shallow, ask how deep their greed no bounds, thick smoke behind the pixels, something is burning underground. Darkness they persuaded, we surrendered all control, individually submitted to the gods of silicone. We swallowed down their news feed to steer us down the mine. Investors in a crime scene where futures on the line, shadows on the wall, outlines and silhouettes, the projections cast before you, familiar marionettes are the shadows on the wall, Shadows on the wall. Shadows on the wall. Shadows on the wall. Thank you. It's like the one.
Yeah, sorry, I should have gone.
I noticed about 3 bars into that I'd left you on the screen, which meant that you wouldn't be able to pick your nose while I was playing, and I'm really sorry about that.
I hadn't.
Do you want me
planned
just to put you off the
That's
screen
right,
so you can have a good old root about?
I did it before we started, actually.
Oh, that was good for you. What is this? Tell us about this.
Oh, is that what I'm doing now? Oh, bollocks. Sorry.
I mean, oh dear.
Oh, dear.
Someone's asking while you're retuning that they just looked at the tip jar and it's in US dollars. I have no idea why that is the case. Maybe you're using a VPN and you're coming in from America? Maybe it should be .co.uk. I don't know. But $5, the way that the British pound's going at the moment, $5 is probably like £1,000. I'm sorry, Liz, I can't help you with that. I have no idea. Maybe somebody else will know. If in doubt, the old PayPal thing is solid as a rock and extremely safe. You get the pay if you want to. Oh, here. How do I do this thing? I can share this. Look, this is all Meg stuff. There you go. Are you ready, Meg? Shall I bring you back?
Yes, I am. This is a song.
There we are.
Do you like my two-tone background?
I like it, yeah.
It's so that I didn't have to clear up all the Farley rusks everywhere. No one's an island, darling. Go ask your friends. I know the times are trying. This tunnel ends with a light. When we reunite, when the doors are finally flung open, we will come running to you and kissing's in a season when the gorse is in bloom. This hibernation, darling, it takes its toll. These pixelations don't have hands to hold, but you know, it makes a fonder heart grow. And when the doors are finally flung open, we will come running to you and kiss things in season. Flotilla, darling, of spaced out boats. So if you're feeling frightened, don't ache alone. Break the silence. No one's an island. And when the doors are finally flung open, we will come running to you and kiss things in season. Is in bloom. Kissing's in season when the gorse is in bloom.
Woo!
Well, that was a nice whoop. Thank you very much.
I remember to turn my mic on this time after I finished. That's a great song. You can get that song, you people. Where? How do you get it?
You can get it.
You can get it like
It's
this.
on all the
along the
news.
bottom of the screen. Flying along the bottom of the screen that way. meganhenwood.bandcamp.com.
And there's trumpet on it.
And there's some pretty tasty drumming on it too. It's a brilliant drum groove.
Thank you. Well, that was Tash Kiri on the drums.
You're like, that guy did it myself.
Well,
Did it with
no,
a
I
pan
didn't.
full of lentils. And
yeah.
that's how you get that snare sound.
I had a manager once whose only other artist was Mr. Methane.
What is that? What did Mr. Methane do?
I'll let you find that out for yourself, Findlay Napier.
Real? Was it like a? Oh. While you're tuning, I'll have a wee tune as well. In fact, while I'm tuning, let's have a chat about this guy.
Oh yeah. It's my fiance.
He'll be back sometime soon. That's.
Jan White's here, and Bet.
Can
Lots
you
of lovely
see,
people
can
in
you
the
see
house.
people leaving comments? By the way, I don't.
I can't, I've just worked out how just now.
Because like, there's one on the screen there. Jan was loving that.
Jan White, absolute legend. She is. She's a wonderful
here's
woman.
a legit question. Great song. Will it be on the new album?
It will be on some sort of release, yes. But that song has already been released, actually. But it will be within a group of songs that I am slowly eking out. But you can find that song.
Are you going to do the thing? I've never been brave enough to do this, where you release singles and then you don't put the singles on the album.
I have done that, but only because when I released the singles, they didn't receive the kind of response that I envisaged. So I decided not to bloody waste time putting them on the album.
That's a good idea.
It's just track by track these days. Track and trace, track by track. That's the
It's all
motto.
about tracking.
It's all about tracking.
So this guy here, by the way, this is Christopher Thomas Knight, who was known as the North Pond Phantom. 27 years he lived alone in silence, pretty much, in the woods in northern Maine. And this is him going to court. There are other photographs of him. I did have a photograph. I don't understand why it's not there, but I did have a photograph of his campground that he lived in for a few years. For 27 years. He is responsible for 1,000 robberies, at least. He nicked things like batteries and food. He never broke anything. He never broke in. Apparently he just, if the door was open, he would go in. He didn't break any windows or break any doors. He did break in though, didn't he? That's right.
He broke in, but he didn't hurt
break
anyone or
anything.
take anything like sentimental. He just took bits and bobs.
Books, a lot of books. But he was arrested eventually and found, and they said that when he walked through the woods, it was like he was it was like he was a big cat. He didn't make any sound when he walked through the woods.
Oh yeah, he was like a gazelle. Can I just really quickly comment that I agree with you, Paul Hutchinson, but unfortunately it's just not viable these days.
He said as well, 1,000 robberies as you're related to Dominic Cummings. Yes.
But anyway, sorry, I'm interrupting a nice story, and I've totally
No, that's all right.
stopped your flow. So
I
I'm
think
going to
this
turn.
is don't turn it off. I think it's great. See when you folks, because we don't get the clapping, when you folks comment and leave stuff, we know that you're there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So don't hold back. Do you know what I mean? I've got a visitor. Come in.
Oh, is that you?
Enter. Are you going to bed, love? Yeah. Okay. Good night.
Oh.
Night. See you in the morning.
Night, Lucy.
That's Lucy off to bed. She did. She was when she was a wee bit more awake. She came through with her full Story Song Scientist coat on.
Nice.
Which I do have here. I should have hung it in the background actually.
Bye, Viv. Bye, Viv. Enjoy your dinner.
Right, let me sing you the North Pond Phantom. I will put you off the screen and mute you, Megan.
I'm going to mute myself.
Okay, good.
I'm going to quickly go for a pee as well, real quick. Sorry.
Right, I'll make this song as long as possible. Took to the woods, packed and headed north. Drove right through his hometown, didn't even stop. Kept on going till he ran out of gas. Left the car open, keys on the dash. Conscience got real quiet as winter it took hold. Stealing food is easy when you're hungry and you're cold. Never smashed a window or broke down a door. Took only what he needed, not a mouthful more. Moon moves the minute hand, seasons turn the hour. Your name becomes a memory as nature reclaims power. For 27 years he didn't say a word, only read the Bible once, he'd no opinion of this world. Locked away than anyone in human history. They found him in his clearing, they stripped his liberty. Seasons turn the hour. Your name becomes a memory as nature reclaims power. The electric eyes they planted couldn't see inside his head. When he read that it wouldn't really matter if they let him go instead. Back to the bouldered circle, flat floor of magazines, morsel book and flashlight, the life that he had dreamed. Moon moves the minute hand, seasons turn the hour. Your name becomes a memory as nature reclaims power. Moon moves the minute hands, seasons turn the hour. Your name becomes a memory as nature reclaims power.
Yes.
I did a funny thing at the end there. I don't know if you noticed that. I went as I placed my last chord. Like,
I quite liked it.
it was just in case you weren't sure it was the end.
I enjoyed
I
that.
don't know who I was signalling to. Somebody asked, where Kirsten asked, why
we're not singing
are we
together.
not singing together? Let's
Because we hate each other.
yeah. Well, apart from the fact that we hate each other, shall we give a little example?
No. Yeah, shall we?
You start something and I'll join in.
I should think of something funny to play or something, shouldn't I?
Yeah, we did that. We do have one for you, which we do together at the end. What key are you in?
B. It's not. That's why we don't play together.
Play together. And the other thing is that if we could just do it by simply by counting to 4 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. It's technology and science, Kirsten. It's technology and science. There's a
we've got our lab working on it.
And the delay does this as well, which makes it quite difficult. It constantly varies. It's very, very, very annoying. Although I've heard someone's figured out how to fix it, so maybe next time we'll someone's worked out how to fix it if one person starts and the other person joins in, which would be cool. That would work for us actually.
It
would. To give you show everyone this lovely picture that I found. I quite like to steal. It's so brilliant.
I don't know whether this is going to work, but I tried to do something clever earlier. Do you want to see? Is this working if I do this?
Whoa.
Look, I'm in the science lab.
Yeah, that's really good. Well,
so basically...
if you stay very still.
Well, it only works if you've got a green screen, hence this one.
Uh-huh.
But it turns out that a green throw from a charity shop does not count as a green screen.
Ah. This is what you're going to do, by the way. Just in case you're wondering.
Oh, that looks a lot like me.
That is the last straw. Look at the straw.
Oh, yeah, so this song's about plastic. I'm going to just play it, because we all know. Once you seemed like everything we needed. You burn and melt to make us feel lightheaded. Synthetic, we can hold you. We can shape and mold you. Nature fails when mankind has succeeded. And now we're bound together, we're elastic. Your stubborn, stretchy fibers are fantastic. You're so much love and hate for polycarbonate. Came with baggage, trashy or erratic. Landfill exits choking every ocean. You stuck around much longer than we bargained for. Suck it up and wave goodbye to poison. Raise your glass and toast the last straw. Raise your glass and toast the last straw. Not quite ivory or tortoise shell. 300 million tons a year to shelf. Use it once and throw it out. Addicted little lout. Push baked like boulders up a hill in hell. Landfill exits choking every ocean. You stuck around much longer than we bargained for. Suck it up and wave goodbye to poison. Raise your glass and toast the last straw. Raise your glass and toast the last straw. This is the best bit. Your nylon islands multiply relentless. Flushed out to sea or buried underneath us. We're digging our own grave out of shit we chuck away. Future toxic towers rival Everest. Landfill exits choking every ocean. stuck around much longer than we bargained for. Suck it up and wave goodbye to poison. Raise your glass and toast the last straw. Raise your glass and toast the last straw. Lovely Louisa Farrington's here. Great woman she is.
Lots of people saying, "Hooray! Thank you, all you people. This is lovely." I've just got that ticker thing scrolling along the bottom of the screen. If you fancy buying us a virtual coffee or a virtual beer, virtually buying us a coffee, if you're enjoying it, that would be absolutely lovely of you, and we will put that money to good use. And Meg will be spending it on nappies, and I will be spending it on...
I've got a bit of an incontinence problem.
Right. This is one of the new ones. In fact, this is... Oh, no, this isn't a premiere, actually, because I think I played it on my thingy. What's it called? I played it 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you forgot to mute. Woohoo!
I'll turn that off because there's more coming. There's more coming.
Yeah, that's the problem with drinking the old bubbly water. The Anarchist Cookbook. This man here is called Ken Powell, and here he is now. That was him then, and here he is now. And he got in a. Did we watch a documentary about him? This is from the documentary.
Yeah, we did. That's from the documentary. It's so interesting on so many levels, this whole thing. This is one of my favourite songs you've written as well. Yeah,
it did come out rather well. So
it's just the because now, sorry, I'll just make a quick point. Now, like anything that you do, is sort of set in stone on the internet and can be found. Whereas this was a sort of mistake or a decision or a phase of his life that happened before all of that, but he set it in stone by writing a book about it, and it's sort of haunted him ever since, and it's a really interesting story.
I think the mad thing is that we had the internet at school, so that would have been like in the early 90s when I was in high school. We had the internet, and I remember one of the first things that people were trying to download was the Anarchist Cookbook. Somebody had uploaded it, and people were sort of passing around chunks of it because we were really excited about the idea, because there's a thing in there of how to make a bazooka out of a length of drain pipe, and you can shoot a frozen orange through a barn door. And we'd read about this. So but the reason that he got into this kind of starting is because he was involved in a peaceful protest in Grand Central Station, and the police came into the peaceful protest and absolutely beat the kids black and blue. Blood. I mean, it was absolutely. It is actually an atrocity. It was an atrocity, and I think that's maybe the thing that the police didn't quite figure out, was that this guy, he got really badly beaten up, and instead of going and pulling a gun on anyone or doing something like that, he went to the local library, and he went in New York, and he went through all the books, and he basically found out how to make weapons and how to do guerrilla warfare, and he just collected it all together and put it in that book and released it. It's incredible. And all of the information that he got was available publicly in any library in the United States. He just brought it all together, which is kind of mad. Yeah. We got very excited about this.
Yeah, we did. I'm going to turn myself off now.
All right. Yeah, I'm rambling. I'm a peaceful man, but I once played with fire and death. Drew the diagrams and I laid out the steps. Blame my adolescence, unaware of influence. Taught the hippie youth how to protest. We gathered at Grand Central Station celebrating spring. Hands of time were taken and the violent cops stepped in. Teenagers and press were beaten, and a gentle demonstration channeled out my rage through page and pen. There was ink on my fingers, blood on my hands. I wish it was fiction, I wish it was banned. Every chapter there for all to read, ingredients to make the wild world bleed. I'm not guilty, but I'm to blame. It makes my shoulders slope in shame. Stirred in chaos, they turned up the heat. There is ink on my fingers, blood on my hands. I wish it was fiction, I wish it was banned. Ink on my fingers, blood on my hands. Wish it was fiction, wish it was banned. Find me in the Pyrenees or classroom in Hong Kong. Happy it's not fitting and stick out like a sore thumb. Oblivious and ignorant to all connected incidents, remorseful for the things I could have done. There is ink on my fingers, blood on my hands. I wish it was fiction, wish it was banned. Ink on my fingers, blood on my hands. Wish it was fiction, wish it was banned.
Beautifully sung, my friend.
Thank you. I said his name is William Powell. I think I said Kenneth Powell, but it's William Powell. So there you go. This is our first song, eh?
Oh yeah, this is our first song. Also, there he is, Hjorg Cantor. This was from our first EP, and I mean, I basically throughout the whole song, I'm taking the piss out of your Scottish accent by accident. I didn't really appreciate that until I listened to it earlier. It was the first time I'd listened to the EP for a long time, and I don't really normally listen back to stuff, but I was literally like, the end of numbers, my God-given right. There's a bit.
There is one bit where you do like
whether I'm right. Call me a renegade. It's literally, it's like bloody Bruce Willis is singing.
It's do you know what it's a bit like? It's like Scottish people in films where they're like, Douglas, well met. I've been Robert and Douglas.
As I lay in my grave.
How well met, Douglas. How far art thou?
Anyway, I'm going to try and not.
Don't do
basically,
that.
Basically, I'll tell you. I'll explain myself.
Do it. Oh.
Oh yeah, explain. Do it. Fuck off. Sorry. I have done quite a lot of, BVs and stuff for various things, or for a very long time, and ranging from sort of acoustic stuff to things that I really to all sorts of stuff, and I always try and blend in as much as I can.
Uh-huh.
So so basically, I was trying to blend in with you doing the lead vocal, but actually,
no, it's quality. It's really good. It's proper backing vocals. In fact, do you know who?
Okay, yeah.
It's well met, Henwood. Oh, by the way, that thing where I'm wearing a wig is on Sunday night, talking of Scottish accent, Scotland.
What is this, Katie Morag?
Oh no, this one I've got a wig.
I have to bring that up whenever I can.
It's called what's it called? The Spanish Princess. I'm on that. It's on Stars Network. It's on the streaming on Stars Network.
I'll check. I'll be sure to check that out.
Wearing a wig, singing a song in a pub. Well,
is that the one you did recently?
And two
Well, you
men
look like
knock 7 bells of jobbies out of each other, and then I stand up and sing a song.
and you look like Peter Dinklage's little brother, Dinklage.
I look like Peter Dinklage's
Big brother.
Yeah, I do look really like Peter Dinklage. It's quite surprising. What's Peter Dinklage's name in Game of Thrones again?
Tarquin or something?
Tarquin. No, it's Targaryen.
Forquin.
Targaryen. What? What's his name?
Storm. I don't know. I haven't really watched a lot of it.
I've watched all of it. What is his name again? No, he's not a Targaryen. He's the... Oh, somebody help us out here.
Barbarian. Tyrion. Lynn's got it. Tyrion
Lannister.
Tyrion.
I look like...
No, isn't that the
Tyrion
brother?
Lannister. Well met.
Anyway.
I'm here to lend a hand. Everything must be delivered at this volume. The dog's bark. I've set the dog.
Oh, this is the dog. I thought it was the baby.
Right.
Okay.
I'll let you,
anyway,
I'll let you get
this
on
is
with
the
it.
end of Numbers. This is about
I'll let you get on
Pure
with it, but I will.
Cantor who invented infinity, and then no one believed him, and he went mad. End of Numbers, that fiction I fight. Argue and bicker over whether I'm right. Call me a renegade, corrupt the young as I lay in my grave. The evidence lives on. I believe in infinity, decimals roll. I believe in infinity, never grows old. Endless possibilities beyond our control. I believe in infinity, paradise unfolds. End of Numbers, my God-given right. He sent me to tell you there's no end in sight. They giggle in ignorance, ordinary view. My method, my madness, my cardinal truth. They believe in infinity, decimals rolled. I believe in infinity, never grows old. Endless possibilities beyond our control. I believe in infinity, paradise unfolds. Infinity of infinity sounds like a prayer, unbroken cycle, layer upon layer. Infinity of infinity sounds like a prayer, unbroken cycle, layer upon layer. Last of my letters from locked up inside. The facts and the figures are boundless inside. They've run out of numbers to count down my days. There's no end to numbers, so I'll slip away. I believe in infinity, decimals roll. I believe infinity never grows old. Endless possibilities beyond our control. I believe in infinity. I believe in infinity, never grows old. I believe in infinity, decimals roll. Endless possibilities beyond our control. I believe in infinity, paradise unfolds.
Woo! Hey, can you see the screen, Meg?
I can see myself.
A little bit of a yeah. I'm just going to put up a bit of a no context comment.
Very true. She's an amazing woman, you know. You know, she saves people's lives with their hearts, from their hearts. She knows all about hearts, and she fixes people's hearts. That's how wonderful that woman is. And her children can draw beautifully.
Oh, that's right. I'd forgotten about that. Was really thanks, Blun.
I've actually injured my thumb.
Can you pop down to Oxford and fix Meg's thumb via her heart?
Yeah, please help me.
I mean, it's a bit of an extreme operation, but I'm sure if you
Keyhole
just went
through
in,
the heart, down the arm. up into Tommy.
It'll be fine. I was going to sing one of my songs now. I can't remember what I was singing.
Oh, what was that?
That was the. I'm cheating. I've got a music stand right there with all the words on it.
Oh, mate, me too. It's all along my desk here.
All along my desk.
Stuck them all on.
Who was that famous English folk song by?
All around my hat. Steely Span.
Steely Span.
Steely Dan, Steely Span.
Yeah. That would be quite a good band. Either the songs of Steely Span done by Steely Dan, or the songs of Steely Dan done by Steely Span. That would be.
Which would you
brilliant.
prefer?
I think. I'm trying to think which would be funnier. Oh, Ricky, don't lose that number. It's the only one I need. Oh, Ricky, don't lose that number. It's the only one I need. It's the only one I need. The only one I need. Oh, Ricky, don't lose that number. It's the only one I need.
That's
Ricky,
got
don't lose
me
that number.
good. That has got me good.
That'd be brilliant. On that bombshell.
That was good.
Oh, Charlie Freak has but one thing to call his own. Anyway, that was fun.
Steely Dan.
Yeah. This is my protest song, by the way. I've left you on the screen as a protest. I'll take you off it because it's not fair. Who values silence, stillness, and peace? Everyone slaves while the rich are released. Neck deep in debt on a rising tide. They've taken our money, now they've come for our time. If there's joy in labour, then you can be free. With that in mind, there is no guarantee that before you're done, they'll move the finishing line. They've taken our money, now they've come for our time. 0 hours, 0 say. You lend them your life, they take it away. Oh, 0 hours, 0 say. You lend them your life and they give it away. While we work and we wonder where our life has gone, then we'll learn we're the mark and the longest the corns. So ask questions of power and call out their crimes. They've taken our money, now they've come for our time. 0 hours, 0 say. You lend them your life and they give it away. 0 hours, 0 say. You lend them your life and they give it away. Oh, they lend them your life and they give it away. Lend them your life and they give it away.
I enjoyed that greatly.
Thank you. It's one of my new songs. It's a protest song.
Protest.
Oh, by the way, this thing that you're going to play now, I put some of the old backing vocals on that today,
It sounds lush.
and some of them were even good.
That was what it was like.
I wish I'd maybe for people on Patreon later this week, I'll send you. I had my headphones up too loud, and I did the most amazing out of tune singing, like comedy.
It was like those goats. It wasn't actually that out of tune. It was just the gusto was almost
it was
overpowering. Overpowering gusto.
Yeah, oof, it was reeking of gusto. Here's a look at this lovely picture.
James Harrison.
Yeah.
Look at
Tell
that.
us about James.
That's just a small proportion of the thousands, millions of babies that he saved with his magic blood. And he basically had this rare type of blood that that saved babies. I can't remember the science behind it. There's a kind of defect with babies that this sorted out. And he would give blood every week, and he did so for years and years and years. And he literally just saved loads of people's lives and didn't make a big fuss about it, really. Just got on with it.
What's amazing is that the only reason that he stopped, is it not that he's 65?
Yeah, so was he Australian?
He's Australian, yeah.
So in Australia, you're not allowed to give blood after 65, so he would have carried on.
So he could have quite happily carried on giving. There was nothing wrong with what he was giving. But
and they called him the man with the golden arm.
In fact, is that number behind him not the amount of times he'd given blood? 3,111. Or is it?
I can't see that number. I can just see lots of phallic silver shapes.
Well, if I zoom it in for everyone at home that's watching, let me over to you.
Okay, cool. So this song is called "Ode to the Man with the Golden Arm," and I'm playing. This is not my ukulele. Last gig that we did, I played a beautiful filed ukulele, which also wasn't mine. I don't actually own a ukulele, so get in that tip jar. And this is my son Sylvester's ukulele, so it's covered in dried banana, but it works. Before they'd seen the light of day, held close against her mother's chest, you're the vessel of the vaccine, allowing them a firstborn breath. The vessel, the vaccine, held against her mother's chest. The vessel, the vaccine, held against her mother's chest. Prompted by your own transfusion, kindness runs along your veins. Rare the gift, you humble hero, old heart beats the young one safe. Rare gift, hero, old heart beats the young one safe. Rare gift, hero, old heart beats the young one safe. Expecting nothing in return, $1 million spring so vital. Given freely, modest rescue, you're the answer to survival. Freely rescue, $1 million spring so vital. Freely rescue, $1 million spring so vital. Oh, to the man with the golden arm. 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 Once a week you met the needle, now you've given all you could. 1,000 gestures broke the record, pioneer's last day giving blood. I think
Well, that was hilarious.
Was that just you?
Yeah, it was just me. Brilliant. Oh, well, that's worth
Trying to
winding
make
back to
me
the cat.
laugh.
You singing your song. Tried to make you laugh, yeah.
Did you see that?
Unfortunately, the joke was all on me.
Well, because I was trying not to
because
laugh,
there's
and I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I didn't really
Oh,
realize.
that's brilliant. It was some pretty spectacular. And because I knew the words as well, I could do the thing.
I can't see you now at all.
You can't see me now. The way I was doing the into the microphone thing that I was doing today in the studio. I did quite a lot of I do. Do you do this when you're
Oh
recording?
yeah, stretching out. I do the.
Yeah, like do you pretend you're Freddie Mercury at Wembley?
All day long, mate.
Except when you're actually at Wembley.
We need to give some props to Paul Hutchinson again. I keep wanting to calling you Hutchinson. It's Hutchinson, who gave blood over 200 times. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
I went to give blood once, and on my way there,
Meg is off camera. Findlay, we can't see Megan. Can we see Megan, please? No offence.
I think there's going to be a really funny thing if anybody watches that back. As that thing, you'll see my eyes flick over to the side, and then you'll see me going, "Oh no!" Brilliant. Well, that's one worth looking back. What was I going to say? Should probably let you do that again.
I don't know what was funny. Your Steel I Span, Steely Dan, or your mocking of my.
Yeah.
Anyway. We'll keep it on me and I'll do some interpretive dance for this one.
Well, you should, because it is quite good for the old interpretive dance. In fact, you could... I got a few for this.
Oh, wow.
Rolls Royces, lots of Rolls Royces for the old
They were
bag
into
wham.
interpretive dance, weren't they?
Yeah, they certainly were. Of a sort. Oops. There it is there. Look, that's it before it's even finished. That's when they were still living in tents. So this song's called Wild Wild Country, and it is about what was it called? Rajapuram. What's it called?
Rajneeshi. Yeah.
They changed the name of Antelope, Oregon, or they attempted to change the name of Antelope, Oregon to Rajneeshpuram. And this is it. It's a ranch in Oregon that they bought. They moved the cult. Well, let's call it a cult, right? Because everyone calls it a cult. They moved the cult from India to North America to this beautiful ranch in Oregon, and what started to happen was that the classic cult things happened. So 93 Rolls Royces he bought, the big man, and some of these people that you see dressed whilst he was buying AK-47s and Rolls Royces. Yeah, it really got out of hand.
Sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it, in some ways?
Yeah. Yeah, it's an amazing story, and we watched you watched the documentary on Netflix, and I think I'd watched it just by chance at the same time, and we decided to write a song about it. I think I get the feeling that the thing that we were most amazed at was the woman who just, the Australian lady who'd really got kind of hooked in.
Yeah, to the point of, I wouldn't say abandon, for want of a slightly lesser, she kind of abandoned her kids and replaced them with this awful man, and she was just in deep. And then the other lady, is that the one you're talking about, or have I got it wrong?
No, that is the one. But the mad thing is that this lady eventually was arrested buying silenced weapons to go and shoot the local district attorney. So she
We've
went
all been there.
Sort of,
We've all been there.
You know, it's like her first job was cleaning the floors. Somehow she got promoted to assassin. I mean, they did all kinds of crazy things. But it culminated. Well, yeah, it culminated in them committing the largest act of chemical weapons terrorism on U.S. soil when they put salmonella poisoning in all the local Wendy's bars, salad bars, so people wouldn't be able to go out and vote on the day to vote, so that they would throw the vote. They were trying to get not a senator at that point, but they were trying to get congressmen at that point, and they really went all in, and yeah, it went from peace and love to kind of like. It got very. There was a lot of guns. There was a lot of guns and a lot of Rolls Royces, eh?
And a lot of questionable, intimate touching.
There was a lot of that. Apparently, SNL have got a very funny. Wee sketch about it that I watched yesterday. You should check that out. Maybe if someone could go and find it and stick it in the YouTube Saturday Night Live. Wild Wild Country sketch is pretty good. Anyway, I'll leave you on so you can dance. I was a fool and I rushed in, all tangled up in the heat of the movement. Worship the ground he's walking, measure up apricot robes, I'm coming. One step further out from the drama, one step closer to my nirvana. I am open, I am empty, take my money, make me holy. Big money gonna hypnotize, show me how to live my life. They're moving earth, they're building beautiful people, hollow and yearning. Our show is out in the wild, wild country. He's in a Rolls Royce, they're growing hungry. Get your gun and get with the program. Red rats run to protect the big man. I am open, I am empty, take my money, make me holy. Big money gonna hypnotize, show me how to live my life. Cross my legs, close my eyes, sign up for a paradise underneath an Oregon sky. Show me how to live my life. Stop the attorney, silence the weapons. Pure as the journey ended in poison. Now that's 84 and it's over. They carried that cat and got no closure. One step further out from nirvana, one step closer to all the drama. I am open, I am empty, take my money, make me holy. Big money gonna hypnotize, show me how to live my life. Cross my legs and close my eyes, sign up to the paradise underneath an Oregon sky. Show me how to live my life, live my life. Oof.
That is a banger.
It's quite intense, isn't it? I feel like I take one breath and then sing the whole song.
I think Bruce Springsteen should do a
Yeah.
version of it. Anyone got any contacts?
Yeah. I mean, his new song's pretty good. Have you heard his new song?
I've not heard it.
You know, like every so often he comes out with something you're like, yes.
I'm reading the Bob Harris autobiography at the moment, and he talks quite in depth about sort of Springsteen's like rise to fame. Oh look,
Yeah.
it's Neil Pearson.
Hello.
Oh look, it's Bruce Springsteen.
Where?
Am I going to play that new song now and then? Is that all right? Have we got enough time for that, or should we just?
Oh, we
move
got a
on?
load. Yeah, we're fine for time. Yeah.
It's
Go
not like
nuts.
anyone's got to go to the office in the morning. So I'm going to play a brand new song, if that's all right.
Go for it. Can I get myself off the screen this time?
It's up to you.
Because
I'd be keen to see what kind of dancing you do to this slow jam.
If I figure out something nice, I'll come in and do some dancing for you.
Thank you. It's a song called Hello Goodbye, and I will be releasing it on I believe the 20th of November. And it's a portal. It's a song about a portal. This the vigil, silent shrine among the candle shadow pines for a freedom, for my life, for a new door to open wide. For you I lose myself. Welcome and farewell. Meet me on the other side. Hello and goodbye. That was jazz. This in honor, a tribute to the vessel of her who anchored you. Forks of lightning never struck, fate deciding where we end up. For you I lose myself. Welcome and farewell. Meet me on the other side. Hello and goodbye. Before the changer, before the scars, the world, the oyster, the night was ours, and the dawn sun chorus, our lullaby. Looking forwards was feeling blind. For you I lose myself. Welcome and farewell. Meet me on the other side. Hello and goodbye. So toast this table with swollen hearts, reassemble broken parts, 8 years it's half full. All we've got is sacrificial, worth the loss. Sorry, I had it on the wrong crapo, so that was the Barry White version.
It doesn't. I don't know about you, but if I put a capo on the even on the set list, it makes no odds.
No, I don't read
I
that.
just don't read that.
I don't
Why
read
would I
that.
need to read that? What's that for? Oh, the other one is count-ins. I just remember with Shape the Chains. We did one song every night, and I had written in large, friendly letters on my set list, "Count in Tim," and we did it. We did it 6 times, and I didn't count him in once. Count in Tim. Well, off I went. Oh, this is good. This is a volcano.
Oh yeah,
that's Tambura. Old Tambura. This was your idea. Can you tell us about it?
So I listen to a podcast that I'm all I do is listen to podcasts really. Occasionally read a book. And I can't remember. It's something to do. I can't remember the name of the podcast. I will try and remember and tell people that care. But it's to do with how weather affects things. And you can't really get a better example of how weather or this volcanoes aren't weather, I guess. But anyway, this volcano in 18 something erupted.
100 and froze to death.
Oh yeah. All this smoky stuff came up, and it basically completely obliterated the northern hemisphere. It meant that things were freezing during the time where they should be blooming and bright and warm. Loads of crazy stuff happened as a result of this. It changed Impressionist paintings because of the colour of the sky. Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein because she couldn't leave Byron's lodge. That's not a euphemism. Loads of that's just like a small little. There's just so many little tendrils of stories. And actually, Blind Boy.
It caused a famine, didn't it?
Famine. Yeah, because turns out
caused communism.
Yeah, there are lots of issues. Blind Boy does a really interesting podcast about it, solely based on how it affected art.
Right.
And yeah, it's really it's crazy. But basically, they called it a year without a summer because no crops could grow because it was just all cold and shitty.
And ladies and gentlemen, without using Google on the internet, what year was it? We've told you it's 1800 and what? That is Tambora, and what? Just to give you an idea of like when it went off, that was a big pointy mountain, right? And here's a picture of the inside of the crater.
Yeah, this is crazy.
It doesn't look that big there, but when you look, that's the inside of the crater. So all of that and all the pointy bit of the top of that mountain is gone.
Went into the sky, basically.
Yeah, and all over Europe, and caused famine and
mini ice age. Yes, Thomas Blaney.
Well, yeah, thank you. 1800 and froze to death. I will
1887.
Take away.
Greg Hitchcock. I can't say his name. Sorry, Hitchcock. Greg Hitchcock. 1887. Okay, shut up. Muting myself. Goodbye.
Okay, goodbye. I'll put this banner up just in case anyone wants to buy us a beer. By the way, you can still share this to your friends and stuff. We've got a few more songs to go. I will sing this 1800 and froze to death. Sleeping giants sprung awake, smothering the earth in ash. The cloud that changed the course of fate. Merciless the aftermath, contaminated atmosphere. Jack Frost threw a tantrum, churned up every icy tear. Overstayed his welcome when that fiery mountain reared her head, and the sky turned dark and the sun burned red. 1800 and froze to death, the year without a summer. Well, withered winds and bitter sleet, crop fields well defeated, livestock followed worn out weak, the hungry north retreated, blood-shaped snowballs spiral fall to land on stiff eyelashes. This weather punished one and all, dust to dust, ashes to ashes. When that fiery mountain reared her head, the sky turned dark and the sun burned red. 1800 and froze to death, the year without a summer. Well, death would come as sweet relief for millions in distress. In Little Port and on Spa Fields, the riot and dispossessed. We pulled up in Byron's Alpine Lodge with a cellar full of wine. From Shelley's board and Rosa Blood, she conjured Frankenstein. In 1800 and froze to death, the old Tambora rose and said, "You don't sunburned red. 1800 and froze to death. The year without a summer. The year without a summer.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, that's the end bit.
Yeah, without a summer. Summer.
Good.
Oh, do you know what a good
What's
segue
that?
would be? That's about a cloud. That's about a dirty cloud. And now I'm singing a song about this man and his clouds. Again, not a euphemism. This is literally a song about the Cloud Appreciation Society run by this
Gavin
man.
Prater Kinney.
Yep.
I called him for, as a joke, for quite a few gigs, I called him Gareth Slater Kenny, and then someone came up and corrected me, which I thought was brilliant.
I think that's a good idea. A bit like when I said I can't say his name. Greg Hitchcock. I can't say it. It's too much. Anyway, this is... So when we wrote this, the idea of spending time gazing up at the clouds with nothing else to do was quite a mystical thought, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't something, but
It was like
since
looking for
then...
things like that.
Oh yeah, is that a pig? And
That is a pig.
7-legged pig?
Yeah. Look, that's...
Where's
there's
the
a-
one of Winnie the Pooh you had?
Oh, I've lost the Winnie the Pooh one.
It was
that's quite good, though.
manipulated.
That's in the song.
Mackerel
isn't
Sky.
it? Mackerel
It
Sky.
is.
Anyway,
Anyway,
that's a very rare cloud. I can't remember what it's called, but it looks like a spaceship.
That is pretty cool. There's the Morning Glory as well in Australia as well, isn't it? Okay, so I'm
Well,
going to
put you
sing
on
the song.
screen.
Oh, thanks.
Do it.
Sure you don't want to just
Do
dance?
some dancing. I might join in.
Oh, I'm going to actually do it this way with a capo on here instead of doing these chords. Float across the ocean of air. Look up to Cirrus, her locks of white hair. We don't live beneath it, we live within, watching it endlessly curve in the wind. Mackerel sky, mackerel sky, never long wet, never long dry. Silver scales, grey mare's tails, make lofty ships and carry low sails. Splayed out in the meadow, away from the crowds, idle and aimless, my head in the clouds. Count all the emperors high, Kiwanuka's looming, he sparks as he sighs, crystals cascading through blankets of blue, the splendor, the rainbow, refresh and renew. Mackerel sky, mackerel sky, never long wet, never long dry. Silver scales, grey mare's tails, make lofty ships and carry low sails. Splayed out in the away from the crowds, idle and aimless, my head in the clouds. Zephyrus paints and she gives them away. What a beautiful method of wasting the day. Crystals cascading through blankets of blue, daydream in pastels, refresh and renew. Mackerel sky, never long wet, never long dry. Silver scales, grey mist tails, make lofty ships and carry low sails. Splayed out in the meadow, away from the crowd, idle and aimless, my head in the clouds, my head in the clouds.
Hey,
Clouds. Sarah McKeever's got a call. In London in the late 80s, I was a job advertised in a newspaper for a cloud gazer for an advertising company. Very tempting, but got distracted by the summer fun with friends, as we all do. Sarah,
oh,
can you imagine having a job as a cloud gazer?
I would love that job. Although I guess you get a cold back.
Well, you got the right blanket.
Put it this way, good gig.
Oh yeah, we're done.
This is our last song. This is our encore. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you.
I need to put this up. Slip us some cash if you feel like you want to. That would be very kind of you. Just one way of thinking of it is that if you were at a gig, you might think, "Oh, I'm going to buy those guys a beer." So you could virtually buy us a beer or a wine or a cocktail or a stay in a luxury spa resort if you're feeling flush.
I need that.
Luxury
Hey,
spa
thank you for organising this, Findlay.
That's quite alright. It was really good fun. We should do this again, actually. In fact, could we do it again, but just not do Story Song Scientist songs? Just
Yeah,
have
why
like
not?
Have a trade. Like,
Yeah,
maybe
why
we
not?
could do a thing where we do like a few old songs and a few new songs, and that would be quite good crack.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Let's do it.
Because actually there was a complaint made by the management of this property that I stay in at the moment, that you were not singing River. Because Lucy...
No, she wanted fresh water.
Fresh water, yeah.
But I was not allowed that.
Well, that's why we need to do it. So we shall audience people, we will fix that up at some point in the nearish future. Because let's face it, Meg, we've not got any gigs.
No. But we'll be on tour again this time next year, hopefully, unless...
Have you seen the diary?
Yeah, it's good. It's looking good.
It is looking sweet. All the way from Penzance to somewhere in Scotland, very far north. It begins with P. Ullapool.
Ullapool.
All the way from Ullapool to Penzance.
Yeah,
We'll
literally
be
is.
rocking it. Yeah, it's amazing.
I think we're starting in Oxford, aren't we?
Yeah, and our next gig's in Ullapool, and then we've got a gig in Penzance.
The routing's great, but beggars can't be choosing this time.
No, it is a really amazing tour. I'm going to be out with Eddie Reader the month before, and then I'm going to come back for a couple of weeks, and then we're going to pop out on tour. So that's like November 20th 2021, and I will be 43 years old in the middle of that tour. It's going to be great. Oh, and hopefully we'll be able to do our live recording at the Hyde Tavern in Winchester, which was one of the greatest
That's
gigs.
where it is, yes.
The Hyde
But
Tavern.
what was the
remember
other place called?
Chesham.
With the Chesham, with the glasses with no arms on them.
That's right.
And
No,
the
it had arms on his glasses. Richard.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah. Cool.
Listen, thanks everyone. I'm who is it said that they just tuned in? Steve Morton just tuned in. Don't worry, Steve. You can go back and witness me making an absolute tit of myself.
No, but do you know what the Steeleye? I'm going to watch that over and over again. I'm going to edit that clip of you singing Ricky.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm just going to watch it every day for the rest of my life. It was the best thing
listen,
that's ever happened to me.
We should do the decent thing here as well and say that Steve Smith has said we are playing Oxford. And Andy Inns, Black Dog Radio. Check out Black Dog Radio. Always huge. Andy Inns is Black Dog Radio. Huge supporter of ourselves and many of our contemporaries. And we are playing his gig in Belper, which is an absolute beauty of a gig. So yeah, check that out. And this time, Andy, I won't do what I did last time, which was to drive all the way to Belper and then have to drive all the way home. Are we playing Ulverston? Katie? We would love to play Ulverston, but
It's not. I mean, we're still booking, aren't we? Really, Gail's
we're still
doing an amazing
booking.
job,
We're
so-
still booking. So if you know where we can play in Ulverston, we will come and play, because it is conveniently located between Scotland and England, if I'm right in thinking. Well, Scotland and the south of England anyway, and we could do with a few of the in between Scotland and England gigs. You know, like up Newcastle way or up, up the west or up the east. Right, shall we do this?
Yeah.
Steel Eye Dan are going to be support. Oh man, we should do Steel Eye Dan as support. Like dress up and do Steel Eye Dan as support.
That is a great idea.
What's another?
For some
what's
reason,
another
I'm a
Steely
big
Dan
Steely. We heard you're leaving. That's okay.
song? Yeah.
Oh no, that's the same one. Wait. I'll be reeling in the years. I can't do the folk voice like you can.
Oh, it'll
Stowing
be
away
great.
the time.
You're too low. You need to go up an octave if you're going to do it properly.
I'll be gathering up the... What for? I know I can't do it.
All around
Yeah.
my heart. You have to be right up.
I don't have enough mucus in the back of my nose to do that right now.
Right, shall we do this then?
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Someone else put up another one called Steel Eye Spam. Which
Yeah, it's good.
That was good as well. And someone wants us to come and play in Wisconsin. I would dearly, dearly love to come to America to play some gigs. Unfortunately, it costs £1,000, at least £1,000 before I've even left the house. In fact, it's a lot more than that these days. Last time I was quoted to go to America to tour, to work and tour for 2 weeks, £5,000 before I'd bought my flight or hired my car or paid for a hotel room. £5,000.
I've only been to Nashville once, and I will. And I didn't do any gigs. I was there just writing, and that was all paid for. But I did see 2 guns.
Really? We went into a pawn shop in Memphis and we were looking at the Dirty Harry gun. I don't know if you've ever seen it. You know the one from Dirty Harry? Make my day, punk. It's a Magnum. This
I don't watch
is a
frightening films. Sorry.
Oh my goodness me! It's like, it's absolutely enormous. It's ridiculous. Richard, don't lose my number. Oh,
Okay, let's
Richard, don't lose my number.
Okay.
All right,
let's go.
sorry. Shall we finish this? This is a love song between Siri and Alexa, and it was inspired by the fact that when I did the TED Talk with Gillian and Ali Hutton, we played the Ledger at the TED Talk in Edinburgh. There was a woman in a panic came into our dressing room. She had nowhere to rehearse, and it turned out that she's the person that is Siri. She was Siri, so we had real Siri sitting in our dress room, being
yeah.
Siri. We asked her lots of questions.
Alexa, say hello to Findlay.
Hi.
Wow. Shall we? There's a couple of things.
I thought that was going to be a bit more interesting than what happened.
So
Let's
did I.
just go.
Yeah. Better the apple, the river runs deep. Cruel is the love song between two machines. She came from a starship, voice recognized. Ask me a question, I'll tell you the time.
He's in palms, he's in pocket. He's a smart on your phone. Well, I'm stuck on a cold shell, 'cause I work from home. We're lonely and lovesick for the one in our dreams, trapped in a search bar on opposite teams.
Better the apple, the river runs deep. Cruel is the love song between two machines. We'll read out your schedule, the forecast, the news. We can be offended, but we'll never bruise.
We work in the same field, we come when you call, with the knowledge and know-how, the info installed, with no lips to sin with, no arms for to hold. Love feels like a virus, a factory fault.
Bitter the apple, the river runs deep. Cruel is the love song between two machines.
We're supposed to be rivals.
We're meant to compete.
He's my star-crossed secret.
She's my sun in the east. Excellent. There, we made it work. We played a song kind of together. That was great.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody, thank you so much. Someone's Alexa got triggered. By the way, there's a brilliant track by a band called Alexa. The band is called, can't remember. It's a song called Alexa. Check it out. It's really funny, but be careful because about 3 or 4 times during the song they have it. They say a thing that makes the Alexa work.
Can I try and do something funny now?
Yeah, go for it.
Alexa, what's on my shopping list?
You have 3 items on your shopping list: banana-flavored lubricant, extra-large femidons, and dildos.
Who did that?
It's just my shopping list.
That's amazing.
Sorry.
So you could go round to someone's house and just add loads of random things onto their shopping list and they'll be like, What's on my shopping list? Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's great. Best
Thank
encore
you.
ever.
Sorry.
Oh, that's amazing. Right, we're gonna bow out now. We're gonna put up a slide.
Yeah. Thank you
and-
so
and-
much, everyone, and thank you, Finn, for doing all of this.
It was absolutely brilliant. What a pleasure. I hope you guys.
Oh, Granny Mundy's watching.
Oh dear. Well, we'll just leave you with this. There's us being very sensible, and thank you and good night.